Hello, Simonetta or Donna here again, and I wanted to talk a little bit about one of my favorite braids, the Dutch 5-strand. One of my reasons I like the Dutch braid so much is that the strands lifting up are almost like extra fingers that kind of help keep the hair separated. So that's one part I wanted to talk about. Another part is eventually you run out of hair, and so one thing you'll notice here is a transition down to a 3-strand braid at the end. So that's something that you will do as you come down to it. Sometimes it's more successful than other kinds. There's usually a little bit of a crossover. You can see here where it transitions down. Another thing to talk about is having a straight part and making sure that the person is directly in front of you. All right, now let's go ahead and deconstruct one of these. So on this side here, I've used one of the non-stick fasteners, but you'd see it still has grabbed quite a bit of hair. That's why I prefer the fabric ones if possible, but if I do need to use one of the little ones, I use it way down. All right, so now it's coming apart, and you can see that at this point, this is what you would get if you have your braid really loose. So one of the keys to getting it is the tension. Let's see. So combing this out. If you get to here, then you'll notice that I'm not being extremely picky about how much hair I put in each time. It's just kind of a handful from each side each time. And notice that the hair gets added from underneath. All right, so let me finish taking this apart. And coming back to the very beginning, you'll see that these 2 strands are added underneath, and that it starts off just with these 3. So it starts off just like a regular braid. All right, so let's start this one again. By the way, I notice here I have, let me see, I think I'll go over to these instead. I have to decide how far up I'm going to start it. Starting far up, you get kind of an interesting look where it's the braid gets bigger as you go, but that's, I mean, you can do lots of different things with it. You can either have it straight to the back or off to the side. It helps to have the person turn their head a little bit so that you're slightly off center.